Welcome back. This is part three, and we're talking to Jennifer Longmore here about her amazing life and how she has, can I say, co-authored this amazing book called Daily Messages
Yeah.
from Mother Maya, the Great Mother, a spiritual guidebook to awaken your full potential and inspire individual living every day of the year. It's a pleasure to have you on as we explore this amazing world that you live in. You live there every day. People who are familiar would understand, but for the listeners who are wondering, the Akashic, they've heard all kinds of things about the Akashic records, the Akashic field. They've heard about
Yeah.
mediums like Ford, Edgar Casey, and other people. So it's a lot of information to digest, but if people go to your website, they can find out more about what you offer and also
Yeah.
go and pick up your book. I'm sure it's a bestseller like all the others have been. But
Yeah.
as we get towards the end of the program here, tell us what would be the messages. You've mentioned that the purpose of Mother Moya is here today
Yeah.
because the world's in big trouble. What do you see?
Yes.
We how can we navigate? How can we get out
Yeah.
of this? What do you foresee for the world, or more exactly, what is Mother Moya guiding you to warn us
Yeah.
about, to guide us with?
Yes, thank you. Well, I hope it is not lost on everyone that the world is being controlled by some very interesting beings. I just playfully call them the Slytherins, but we do need them. We are in contract with them because if we if we treated ascension like an awakening like a hangnail, we will only get to it when it's convenient. We will put a band-aid on it and we will only address it if we are put a lot of pressure. Well, goodness, have we ever had a lot of pressure put on us? The issue is that the Slytherins, I call them just for ease, it's meant to be playful because I don't judge it, have breached their contract with us and they have overstepped. And so humanity is really in a crossroads of whether they are going to choose the ascension agenda or the artificial agenda. And there is a lot of heavy programming for the artificial agenda. We are seeing many people getting lost in the TV, in the AI, in the technology, etc. And while there is usefulness for that, really that the only reason that is happening is to keep the humans away from their natural ascension, their natural awakening, to try and interrupt. Because the good news is we have already won. We just came back here to remember, so to speak, and but we are in a real crossroads, and so there is a leadership deficit on the planet, particularly among the light leaders. Many people will say we will like the planet to be how we know it shall be. We will like the planet to be treated well. We will like the humans and the animals, etc., to be treated well. But how do we do it? So the issue right now is that we have far too many opinions about how we shall do that. Now, this might seem very simplistic to share, but because we are in essentially a frequency war, we are not going to win that through protesting, etc. We win that by becoming much more expansive frequencies. And so the highest frequency is joy. It is not that joy is the highest frequency, it expresses as joy, as you can see in my face. So I, now that I'm Mother Malia all the time, I operate from neutrality and above. It is impossible for me to judge. I am in neutrality, and often I am in joy to the point where I'm giggling very much and smiling a lot, as you can see. And so the humans will say, okay, well, that sounds too easy. I say, okay, great. Well, the average human can hold joy for about 5 minutes because it is the highest frequency before they bump back out of their body and they go back into complaining and gossiping and maligning other people. They just cannot hold the frequency. The average light leader can hold that frequency for about 30 minutes before they bump out. And right now, everyone's listening, saying, I can do it for longer than 30 minutes. I say, good, go fill your boots because I bet you cannot do that every single day. And my human part also will not have been able to do that, just to be very clear. But Mother Malia is very clear that if all of the light leaders are able to hold joy, sustain joy for 3 hours straight a day, if not more, that is how we tip mass consciousness. because we are then rapidly increasing the frequency of the planet, because you see, we have a whole wave of beings that want to come on the planet in human form, and they can't come yet because the new wave of humans is made with even a little bit more water than we are. So they need the bodies to be able to hold the higher frequency. And right now, the human bodies cannot. But if we can raise the frequency on the planet, then we can bring in more beings of light, and then we can anchor more light. I will just say anchor more light grids on the planet. And then the light grids are what holds humanity up, and what keeps the lower frequencies at bay, because then it is completely dissonant. It is impossible for them to exist in such high frequencies. So I know that sounds simplistic, and hopefully it is also clear that that is actually very profound, because we want to complicate things. This is actually the clearest path to be able to raise the vibration on the planet and individually.
No, I think that's pretty profound how you explained it.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. In all my life, we've done meditation groups and classes, and we would say, okay, for today, no gossiping. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
24 hours, no gossiping. And mission impossible because humans are humans, and
Yeah.
the mind is random access, and the emotions are triggering them.
Yeah.
So uh, I don't think it's a simplistic way. I think it's a profound way. In listening to what you said, I like your description that,
Yeah.
a person who wants to express joy, it's going to take an effort. It's going to be
Yes.
a challenge. It's going to be hard. But if you
Yeah.
can do that, think about that. It's kind of contagious. And if that went out around the world, then the mother's
Yes.
advice is extremely profound. And it's a practical way to do it. It's not
Yeah.
airy fairy. It's not like just be nice and, no,
Yeah.
it's to do something yourself, which is to be uh,
Yeah.
this generator, emanator of joy. That's a
Yeah.
very profound and
Yeah.
very easily expressed way that I think everybody listening to this, if you want to get out of this bucket of muck, this is the way to do it. But
Yes.
well, the mind's distracted. They pay attention to internet opinions. Everybody's got an opinion. Everybody's the propagandists are triggering people. The dark
Yeah.
forces are getting us to be what?
Yeah.
Unbalanced and
Yeah.
gossipy or whatever. So
Yes.
everybody listening, this solution that
Yeah.
Jennifer has just said about try to be how many minutes a day?
3 hours, yes. And that can be, you see, I'm in joy all the time. I wake up in the middle of the night because my bladder will make me up, and I will giggle. And then my husband will hear me giggle, and he will giggle too, because it is contagious. You're exactly right. But to facilitate the joy, we can be in nature, because nature has no ego. So it is very easy to be in neutrality when we are in nature, and to be in the present moment, and to be around the animals and other such things. But yes, you're exactly right. We are living in the problem paradigm, and that is by design. We are designed to view ourselves as problems that always need to be fixed. We are designed to bond and relate through problems, the weather, whatever the situation, politics. In the new earth, it is the possibility paradigm. We are not able to get there, as we cannot bring problems there. There are no problems. In the new earth, it is neutrality and above. I am the representation of what it is like to be in the new earth. And so right now, many light leaders are straddling what I will just say for ease, the 3D, 4D, and they're in the 5D, they're in the 4D, which is a very archetypal way to live. And there's nothing wrong with that. But it is still about let's fix people, let's make money fixing people, let's view people as broken. And if we want to talk about the being broke, we have the broken healer paradigm. It goes hand in hand. If I view myself as broken, or I view my clients as broken, there will be an aspect of me that is broke as well. And that is all distortion. That is all very intentionally orchestrated by the silly billies that think they're running the planet. And so my message is very clear. You are the ceremony. You are the celebration. So every single day, how are you going to celebrate your existence? How are you going to treat your body like a ceremony? How are you going to treat your mission like a ceremony? How are you going to treat your human like a ceremony? And anytime you have any emotion that is not neutrality or above, you all you get to say to yourself is, that is a program running, and I will not let them keep programming me. I guarantee if you are feeling anything other than neutral and above, I will love to encourage people to have what I call sacred indignation and say, not today, Satan. You don't get to puppet my brain. I am created in divine perfection. And I will also share that the beings that are on the other side, I will just say for ease, they celebrate us. They say, "Oh goodness, look at those beautiful humans." They have such great honor and reverence for those of us that have chosen a human experience. And they also want us to know it is a great honor to be human, even though I get that it doesn't feel like that in the problem paradigm, in the possibility paradigm. It is delightful to be human.
My guest today has been Jennifer Longmore, and she has written or co-written the daily messages from Mother Mayo. The Great Mother is available on Amazon.com, and at the Akashic Records, Aura Deck and Guidebook is also available on Amazon. Daily Messages from Mother Moya, the Great Mother, a spiritual guidebook to awaken your full potential and inspire individual living every day of the year. It's been a pleasure to have you on. I've learned a lot, and I encourage people to go to your website. Once again, is
Souljourneys.ca.
there you go, Soul's Journey.
Yes, yes.
Well, until next time, thank you for being a guest on the show. It's been a delight. And
Thank you.
if they've gained anything, it's if they can aspire to have that joy. Look at you,
Oh,
that smiling, beaming joy. And if they can
yeah.
maintain it for a minute or an hour or longer, they're on the right track. Right?
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
We hope you found our conversation enlightening and inspiring. Remember, the journey of self discovery and global awareness doesn't end here. It's a continuous path we walk together. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, share, subscribe, and stay updated on our latest content to our other YouTube shows and other media. Your support helps us bring more valuable insights and wisdom to our global community. For more information, you go to my website, douglasjamescottrell.com. See my webcast, the Wake Up podcast, rather. It's on platforms like Able, Spotify, Global Podcasts, and Amazon Music. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Douglas James Cottrell YouTube. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Stay tuned and stay curious and keep exploring the wonders of our global village. I'm your host, Douglas James Cottrell. Until next time, along with my conductor and co-producer, Jack Balick, we're signing off, and we'll see you a little further down the path. God bless, peace and prosperity, everyone. And thank you again, Jennifer Longmore, for being on the show. It's great to
Thank
have you.
you. Thank you.